Hello, hello, hello. No, I can't hear you, Michelle. No, no. Okay, hello and welcome to the Boss Lady June Boss Lady of the Month. I'm really excited to welcome Michelle Oxley onto my webinar for this month. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, and those that are watching either live or through replay, there's been an hour's worth of trials and tests, and for some reason, Michelle's sound is not working. So just try to say something, Michelle, so they know.
Hello, I've tried.
It's been brilliant. I've been working my business and trying to sort this out at the same time, and it's just not worked. So what we're going to do as a one-off this week, this month, should I say, yes, she's tried her phone, she's tried a tablet, she's tried the laptop, her son's laptop, everything. You can hear me, Jasmine, but you can't hear Michelle, and Michelle is the one that's going to be answering the questions. So it's not going to work from here. It's not going to work from here, unfortunately. I believe it's just her computer system that's not allowing her to do it. It's a brand new computer. I think the settings just need tweaking, but she has tried on numerous ones and it's not letting her work. Okay, Natalie, you can hear us both.
You can hear me as well.
You can hear Michelle.
Can you hear me?
No way. No way. So I can't hear Michelle, but everybody else can hear Michelle. Get out of town. Get out of town. I don't believe that. Amazing. Well, I'll just have to try and lip read what Michelle says, and I'll watch it back on the replay because I know everything that Michelle is going to say to you guys is going to really be amazing. This woman, honestly, she's one of my biggest inspirations in my organization for sure. She doesn't believe it. Look at her. You can tell by her eyes, like, what you saying to me? I don't believe that, but she is. She's a massive inspiration, and where she's come from, and what she's been through to get to where she is just extraordinary, and I just can't wait for her to share that with you. So if the questions don't really what's the word, intertwine, you know why? Because I can't actually hear her response. So I have got the questions, and really I was going to tweak those questions around what Michelle says, but I'm not going to be able to do that. So definitely 100% girls, you can hear us both crystal clear.
Yeah.
Michelle, say something.
You can hear me? If you can hear me, type giraffe.
I think we've got the thumbs up that everything is okay. Yay, Bex. Okay. Yeah. So Michelle, please explain to these viewers just a little bit of who you are and what you're about, where you've come from, and why you decided to make a change in your life.
So I'm a mum of 3. I'm 43, and up to last year I worked helping my husband in his business, but other than that, I didn't really do much because I suffered really bad with depression and anxiety. I was agoraphobic. I was on several medications, from tramadol, antidepressants. I was in a bit of a state, but I was plodding through day to day. And I was introduced to my company by a friend who offered me the products, not the opportunity. So I bought the products, liked the products, joined the company as someone who was just going to use the products. And then people started buying my products and the business just took off from there. I was sort of stuck at a certain level after about 6 weeks, until my upline asked me what I was reading, and I wasn't reading anything. And I started reading personal development, and that's when it completely took off, and it's just gone from here to here.
Bex is just saying to me, Katie, why not log onto the webinar on your phone and listen that way, because then you'll be able to hear. So, and it'll be interference for you guys, and that's not what I want. So, Michelle, the one thing for me, what really stood out over the past couple of months is just how much you care for other people. And, you know, out of all the other subscribers of the Boss Lady, you know, Revolution, you are one of the ladies that are always in there helping others, answering questions, and also sharing your journey. And I think that's what, for me, that's why I chose you to be the Boss Lady of the month for June, because for me, that's really important. It shows real leadership, and this business is run on building relationships, and that is something that you do with passion. And what I want you guys to get from Michelle is one big thing that she mentioned in the subscriber site is how she's been, practicing law of attraction, and how she's been manifesting what it was that she wanted. So, Michelle, could you just tell these girls how law of attraction has worked for you and what practices you've been putting in place?
Well, I didn't believe in the law of attraction when I first started. I thought it was all hippie, flappy stuff. And I decided to give it a test. And I tested by putting a check on our wall for a certain amount of money that I wanted to manifest. And I'd been reading, I'd watched The Secret, which I liked, but I did find it a bit like some kind of religious sort of thing. And I was like, it put me off a little bit. But then I started reading other law of attraction books. And I put this check on the wall, and my husband's other business has basically gone from strength to strength to strength. And I put a date on the check as well. And we actually got awarded a contract for that amount by that date. It was just absolutely, it was crazy. But what I started doing is I started changing my screensaver on my phone to where I wanted to be. I tried do everything. I don't think it. I know it's going to happen. And I am a very big believer in, and Katie knows this, I upgrade everywhere. I VIP, I upgrade bedrooms, I drink cocktails that are expensive if I can afford it, because I believe I'm going to live that lifestyle, and I want that lifestyle, and it will happen to me. I mix with people who have got it. I watch people. I surround myself in people. One of the big books that I like is Denise Duffield Thomas, Lucky Bitch. That is a really, really good book. Really good book. But what you need to do with the law of attraction is the universe is always listening. So it's okay saying, I want a new car, but you have to say, I want a blue Audi by June next year.
Specific.
And with specific measurable things that you want. Because if you say, I want more money, you might find a pound coin on the street. The universe is giving you more money, and it's saying, I'm giving you more money, but you don't know, it doesn't know how much you want and by when. So it's being specific and measurable with what you want from the universe and what you want from the law of attraction.
Wow. I can hear you now, Michelle.
Can you hear me? And don't feel, you see, I struggled a lot with this at first because, and one of my colleagues well, do we call them colleagues? I know we can't say company, but one of my
Business partners.
one of my business partners. We were at a training event and we were in the bar, and she said, "What motivates you?" Now, my motivation is, I would say, 50-50. It's completely changed to what it was when I first started. My motivation is helping other people because I know where I've come from, and I want other women to feel as much as I do. And I've actually done a live on my profile this morning. I've had 3 women message me saying, "Add me to your group because I really want to join," because I'm genuine about, and I do really feel that that's what I want to do. But I am motivated by money. I am motivated by money. And I think that's because I was brought up with not much money around. And I want to have nice things. I like nice things. And I think that there's, whether it's a British thing or not, there's a big stigma about wanting things for money and wanting money, and to be able to turn around. And we were sat in this
It's
pub.
the opportunities, Michelle, right? It's the opportunities that money can give you more than anything.
It is, you know, and being able to, I have a separated family and I have a son from my previous marriage, and I don't get any financial support from his dad. So my husband has basically brought him up since he was 1 and provided everything. And I suppose there's an element of pride in there for me that I want to be able to turn around if he comes to me and says, "Right, can I have this in the future?" that I can say to him, "Yes, son, you can," rather than, "Let me just speak to Andy about it." That's a big thing for me, financial independence, because I have always been dependent on my parents for money, my ex-husband for money. And because of the abuse that I had with him, I used to have to justify every single penny. And that has been a realization in my why that I don't have to justify that anymore. I can earn it for me and for myself. And if I want to go out and buy a pair of shoes, I can buy a pair of shoes. If I want to invest it in a trust fund, I can invest it in a trust fund. You know, but so that is a big thing for me. And when I discovered the law of attraction, it was like, wow, this can work.
That was my thing as well. When I stumbled upon it as well, I was like, whoa, why have I not known about this before? Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. I feel like down in the dumps about living that same life. If there's something out there that can just give you the positivity to move forward. And I think that's what law of attraction does. It gives you the belief, it instills the belief in you. And then when you start to see things actually happen, it's like, holy cow, you know, this thing actually does. The universe does listen to what it is that you want.
And I think it's adaptable as well. I mean, I've got a girl on my team who is a Jehovah's Witness, and she really struggled at first with the whole law of attraction universe thing. And I just turned around to her and said, well, look at it as you're asking Jehovah, and whether it's Jehovah, God, Allah, the universe, whoever. And Lisa Nichols taught me that, because Lisa Nichols was a big part of my personal development journey. And she's a very religious lady, but she also believes in the law of attraction. So regardless of your beliefs, it's a metaphysical thing that happens in the universe.
Energy. It's energy, basically. Energy attracts. It's just what energy are you putting out? What energy you put out, you get back. So if you're positive and you think positive thoughts all the time, that's what's going to come into your life. And reverse it. So, you know, how harmful could it actually be just to change your, you know, your energies and your thoughts?
For years and years and years, I was so miserable, so depressed. And it was, right, what's next? And I didn't realize, by me laying in bed in the morning, not wanting to get out of bed, laying there thinking, what next? I was inviting it. Instead of saying, no more. That's it. All right, I might have stubbed my toe, spilt my coffee, broke my phone screen, but that's it for today. It's all going to be good from here on in. And then, you know, it's so simple, so simple.
Yeah, it's changing your attitudes into that. At the end of the day, things happen. Life gets in the way. You know, like you said, stubbing your toe, all that. It's like, oh my God, it's one of them days. Instead of saying that, you know, flip it and say, yeah, that's happened, but tomorrow's a new day. You know, the positive spins on everything can really be life-changing for somebody. So, you know, you were saying about your partner. I wanted to touch a little bit on partnerships now. What do you think to you know, there's a lot of women out there that don't get support from the partners, the husbands, the loved ones. I really want your intake on this and, you know, explain the steps that you took when you joined the business to really get your partner on board what it is that you were doing.
Right. Other than throwing the compensation plan in his face when we were laid in bed one night. Yeah. I used to, when I first joined, when I first, because it took me 6 weeks from joining as a product user to actually running a business. So I did nothing for 4 to 6 weeks. So then I was laid in bed and I was watching you all the time and I was watching other people and I was like, oh, there's something in this. Now, I'll just let you know, girls, I am married. I don't know if you know Yorkshire, but I am married to a Yorkshireman. He is the most amazing man. He's my soulmate. We're best mates. But he's a welder. He left school at 15, did an apprenticeship. And unless you go out of that door and sit behind a desk or do something, you ain't working. That is not work. So here I am saying to him, right, mate, I'm going to make us millions from my bed, from my phone. And he's like, it's a scheme, it's a scam. And he just wouldn't get it. And he actually turned around to me at one point when I was watching, I don't know if it was yourself or one of the other top leaders. Unless I see their bank statement, I don't believe in any of this. And I just got the compensation plan. I got it in my hand, my handbook, and I just threw it at him. And I said, look. And he just went, what? I said, it works. And I said, and I just came to the end of my tether. I said, you might not believe in it. You might not believe in what it can do, but believe in me. And he just looked at me and he went, well, I do believe in you. I said, but you're not showing your belief in me. And that's all I ask. So I said to him, give me 2 years to get to the top. And if I don't get to the top and I don't make a decent income, a livable, what I would get working in Sainsbury's or somewhere, income, I will quit. I'll do that. Just give me 2 years, knowing full well I'd do it in a year. And that's what I did. That's what I did.
Let me put my voice back on. There we go. Can you hear me again?
Yeah, can I hear you now?
Brilliant. Okay, brilliant. So, do you believe that it makes a difference to have somebody around you that's supportive?
It does, but I also understand that 80% of men or partners will not support you. When I was reading Lucky Bitch in there, she is really lucky because her husband is one that he believes in the law of attraction and he's, oh, we'll do this and we'll do that. And when I've given it my team to read, they've all been, oh, well, I got up to chapter 2 and then she said her husband was all into it with her and they were dreaming together. And then I thought, well, that doesn't really, it's not relevant to me because I don't think many husbands are and many partners are because I don't think they can see the bigger picture. And I also think a lot of people are influenced by what the parents think. And it's a different generation. My parents still don't get it. You know, they still call it whatever it is I'm doing. You know, I've had my parents and my in-laws tell the kids that I'm in a pyramid scheme. You know, what's a pyramid scheme, mummy? Why? Because Nanan says that's what you're in. Okay. Having to explain it. So it's not just a partner, it's the whole family. But for me, I was missing the support, but it didn't matter too much because of the kind of person I am. If somebody says I can't do something, I keep going until I prove them wrong, because that's more motivation for me than having somebody sit there patting my back saying, oh, it's okay, you can do it, you can do it. I'd rather have somebody say to me, you ain't going to do this. I'll be like, yeah, okay, watch.
Yeah. I'm with you on that, definitely. So let's I want to go a little bit deeper with you, because for me, I'm always this question always comes up. Why do some of us succeed and some of us don't? Like, would you say that you've always been entrepreneurial?
No.
Okay.
No, never. I've always known I've been destined for more.
Yes, that's the answer I wanted.
I've always known that there's been something missing, and I think that's why I've flitted from one career to another. And then I think it took me to have the depression to actually assess where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And I would think that, you know, on the outside, you'd think, oh, I want to help people with depression. And I do, eventually, I would like to help people that have suffered domestic abuse and that have suffered postnatal depression. But you wouldn't think you'd be doing it through network marketing, but you are. Right. You are so much, you know, and that's the thing. But no, I think I always knew that there was something more out there other than standing behind a counter asking if I could go to the toilet.
Definitely. And do you know what? You know, when you were saying about network marketing gives you the opportunity to help others that were in the same position as you. Do you know why that is? Because it's the people that hit rock bottom that realize they're worth more. It really is. And for you, Michelle, you have become an amazing sponsor, an amazing inspiration to women that are coming into your organization that have gone through what you've gone through. And that's the thing with this business. It gives you more than just an income. It gives you a purpose. It does. It gives you a real purpose. Don't cry, but it does. And I think that's what people miss in this industry. They're always talking about the big dogs, the big pound signs, the this, the that, the bank accounts.
I would say 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Before I would just offer the opportunity, and I'd be right, you know, you'd be good at what I do or whatever. But I think over the last 6 weeks, I've started looking deeper into it. And that's ever since I've sort of realised, because I'm having more people come to me now saying that they've watched my journey and how my journey has inspired them. I mean, I would never, ever have thought I could be an inspiration to anybody. You know, for God's sake, and I always say this, and I know I say it a lot, but I'm a slightly overweight, middle-aged mum of 3 from Rotherham. What would inspire anybody about that? But people say, do you know, I've seen you. One of my neighbours actually said, you used to walk to school to get Harry from school, and you'd be like that. And then all of a sudden you're on Facebook and you're like, yeah, I'm doing this, and I'm at this event, and I'm going here and I'm going there. I want some of that. You know, and if I could, and I thought to myself, if I could package it in a little package and put a bow on it and give it to somebody, I could. And then I woke up one day and I thought, do you know, I can give it to somebody like that, and it is giving them the opportunity. Now, this is not to say that they won't take it, because I have had people that really want it badly, and they join and they do absolutely nothing.
Correct.
And I did used to beat myself up about that. That is something I used to do. People would join and they wouldn't do anything, and I thought it was my fault. But now I don't. I just think it's not their time.
Yeah.
I just look at it as it's not their time. But and now, ever since I stopped looking at it as having more people for my team and offering the gift, it's changed. And I've gone from perhaps offering it 10 times and getting one person coming back saying, "Who
do I want on my team? Who can I help with this gift?" is what you're doing, rather than grabbing numbers. And here's the thing, you can grab as many numbers as you want, but are they going to stay in the business long haul? Are they going to be your leaders? Are they going to be, you know, holding your hand in 5 years down the line? If not, then you could be putting all that work into numbers and not generating anything really. And I know that is definitely the path you want to go if you want to be marketing, you know, being a network marketing professional, really. So take notes, ladies, take notes for sure with that. So what about sales strategy? Now, obviously, when you come into this business, you need to make money. Okay. So how do you drive sales? Don't mention your product, don't mention your company, but if you could just mention how you strum up, that would be amazing.
Okay, I use our products. I'm visually using our products all the time. I used to be with a previous company with someone else, and I didn't believe in the products. I joined the company because I was using the products. This was about 6 years ago now. But I didn't have a love for the products, and I was with them 6 months and I did nothing. I've been with this company now for a year, actively running it for maybe 10 months, and I'm in the top 2% of the company because I love the products. I showcase the products all the time. People know I'm genuine, but also there are some products that I'm not overly thrilled with. And I remember when I first started, I was doing a party at someone's home, and they were asking about a certain product, and she said, "Oh, can I order this?" And I said, "I wouldn't if I were you." "Why not?" And I said, "No, it's not my favourite. I'd use this one." I says, "That's better." I says, "I tend not to push that one." And they looked at me. "Yeah, but you're selling it." I said, "Yeah, but it's not my favourite. This one would be better for you." And that trust that they built up, they knew that I was honest about it. And I wasn't just saying to them, "Oh God, yeah, buy 10 of these," because I was being honest. And I think authenticity, but also I'm also well known in our team for I've always got an eye open. And sometimes I'll message the girls on my team if they've done a live or anything on the profile, and I'll message you and I'll say, did you speak to so and so about that they'd meant? "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, did you not see that they'd commented?" "Well," I said, "well, there's your open door. You should have messaged her after and said, 'Shall I order you one of those?'" "Oh, I didn't notice," because I've always got my eyes open. I'm always looking, but I do come from, before I had the children and I got ill, I was in sales, but it was completely different. I was selling insurance and loans in a bank, you know. So I've always come from a sales background, but it's just identifying a need, but showing your authenticity, showing that you love the products, and don't be spammy. I hate spammy. I can't be doing with it, you know. Just be genuine, and people be attractive. And I don't mean like attractive, I mean attraction marketing, yeah. Because I hate that half the time.
Yeah.
But just be attractive. And I always say to my girls, you know, your profile is your shop window. The problem is, I mean, I've got it written all over my car. So I can't even behind me. It's written all over my car. I can't even go to a local shop without having to have a full face on and my hair done and everything, because otherwise people would be like, "The Diva Project, Jesus Christ. I've never seen anybody more undiva-ish in my life." You know, I don't even have eyebrows.
She needs to be a walking billboard for her business. Yes or no?
Yeah, you need to be your shop window, your social media, the way you are, everything, because people buy you. People buy the products, yes. People buy the products from the company, but the people are buying you first and foremost. And that's the thing with network marketing. There's a lot of network marketers out there. There's a lot of a lot of companies doing similar things, and there's a lot of representatives for these companies. So you need to work out why people will buy from you. And somebody who buys from me or joins my team might not necessarily join someone else's. Someone who joins someone else's might not necessarily join mine. A lot of my customers and a lot of my people that join my team are older mums. You know, if a lot of the younger girls might join another team or buy from someone else, it's you that they buy from. You need to sell them. You need to sell yourself before you sell your product.
Definitely. I love that. So tell us one of your big wins. What would you say your biggest win is so far in the past 12 months with your business?
What other than getting you on speed dial?
Obs.
I think my biggest win, it's just every day. It's every day. It's getting out of bed with a passion. And, you know, I mean, all the hitting the top 2% of the company, meeting the CEO.
It's like, good, isn't it, Michelle? It's like, bloody hell, I don't know what to do, Michelle.
I know, I'm doing, I didn't even used to go to the local co-op without having to take tablets. I'm going to our convention in America in 6 weeks' time, you know, with no medication. The whole complete change in me, and actually having people, I think the win-win for me is having people come up to me that knew me then saying, oh my God, look at the change in you. You really inspire me. Sorry?
Do you think that's what kept you motivated as well, is all these people coming? Because the one thing that we always get, don't we, is it's a self-motivation business. You know, life gets in the way, it can knock you for six and you kind of let it go. Do you think it's those little wins, those little comments, those people saying, Michelle, whoa, you know, it's amazing. Do you think that really kept you going?
Yeah, and it's not just externally as well. We've had a bit of a turbulent time within our team this month. And there's several of the girls that have got personal issues. A couple have got relationship issues, but a couple have got parents that are seriously ill. And I got some messages last week saying, look, I need to take some time out from my business. I need to concentrate on my home life. And these people see me as a friend as well. So I'm like, yeah, of course, this is what's good about this business. You can do that. That's fine. I'm here for you. That's fine. And there was 3 of them that did it within 2 days. Now, bearing in mind, if you work, say you work in a corporate job and you're going through what they're going through, you'd be on long-term sick. Because some of these are really serious stuff. I mean, we're talking like terminal illness here for family. So you'd be on long-term sick, and they message me, I'm going to have to take a time out. Yeah, fine. That's fine. I'm here for you. You know where I am as a friend. Because I think that's hard as well sometimes as a leader. You message people, how are you? And they want to know, they think you're saying, how much have you sold this week? And that's not me. It's how are you? How are you? Within 2 days of saying they were taking a break, they'd message me back, can you add me back into the groups, please? I'm missing it. I'm missing everybody. And more than within like a corporate job, you go through crap in life, you take time out. Within this industry, you don't. You let it enfold you and you let everyone there. Yeah. You know, you've got that there. It's like a comfort blanket.
Definitely. I love that. So, Michelle, if you could give the viewers that are on now 3 top tips, Oxley top tips, to succeed in this business, what would they be?
Right. The first one, which basically launched my business, as in kickstarted it and went it from being a distributor to someone who was going to change the world, was my not my upline, a couple of up of mine, I'm quite close to her, messaged me, and I was like, it's not working. This was after I actually sent messages to several people in the organisation that were quite high up. It's not working. I can't do it. It's not, and I couldn't do it. And she said to me, "What are you reading?" And I now use that with all my girls. When anybody comes to me and says it's not working, I will say, "What are you reading?" Because the number one thing I say is you have to develop yourself. If you can find any time for personal development, you've got to find as much as you possibly can. I would say 30% of your time working your business should be personal development. Work on yourself and your business will follow. It's a must. And by that, I mean self-development and business development, not just one or the other. There's no point reading You're a Badass or reading You Can Heal Your Life if you're not reading any Big Al, or you're not reading, a business development book. But you don't have to swamp yourself. So what I will do is I'll listen to a business development podcast while I'm driving to my husband's work to do the invoices. And then I'll listen to Tony Robbins while I'm in the bath. And then I'll read a business development. Everybody can find time. Yeah, everybody can find time, whether it's in the bath, when you're driving. I don't listen to the radio when I'm driving. Very rarely. Sometimes I do when I'm singing like Beyonce, but most of the time because I am Beyonce when I'm in my car. There's nobody else in it. I am actually when the kids are in it as well and they hate it, but that's a different story. But when you're cooking, listening to a podcast when you're cooking, in the bath, I lay at the side of my husband every night in bed. He watches telly. I have the iPad out reading a book every night. Personal development all the way.
Changed your life, right?
Oh, God. Lisa Nichols can make me cry in no way that any other person can like that.
Amazing. I love that. So let's ask you one more question. I'll ask you a couple, actually. What's your favourite quote?
My favourite quote, I will, watch me.
Yes! That's my favourite and all. And how do you describe yourself in one word, Michelle?
Diva.
I knew it! Just explain to the viewers what diva means to you. Like, obviously, diva is a brand, diva is a business, diva is just Michelle through and through. There is a reason for it, and I want you to tell the viewers what that reason is, because this might help them with their branding.
Right, so diva originally came about because I am an only child, and my mum was told she couldn't have kids. So I was 9 years coming along. So as you can imagine, I was pretty spoiled, not financially, but wrapped in cotton wool, to the point where I tend to stomp my feet a little bit. And if I want something, I get it regardless. And if I don't, I have a diva strop. And so that's where diva originally came from, because I'm a bit of a diva like that. I watch my only indulgence is like the Real Housewives. I love the Real Housewives, and I love all the glitz and the glam and the poshness and everything. But my brand has evolved in the last few months from it being the diva and the Diva Army, which is my team, from that reason into the Diva Project. Because I said this when I did the training at your event, and I really do believe that every single woman out there, and it's usually women in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, when that child gets to the age where they don't want to hold your hand anymore, you're left feeling redundant. And you will have left yourself 10, 15, 20 years ago under the ironing pile on the school run, but you're still inside there, and you just need to find her and just let her come out every now and again, because everybody's got a little bit of a diva inside them, whether it's a bit of lippy, putting your heels on. We've all got it. It just gets lost underneath the ironing and the dishwasher and the school run. And you just have to let it out every now and again and just be you.
Definitely. So one last question. What is Michelle Oxley's worth?
What is my worth? In what respect?
To the world. What's your worth?
Everything. I'm going to make as many women as I possibly can feel as good as I feel.
Amazing. Amazing.
I might not be able to get them the soulmate that I've got. I might not be able to get them, you know, the best shoes in the world, but I'll be able to show them the way to love themselves again. And that's what I want to do.
That's amazing. Right, let's have a virtual round of applause for Michelle. Woo! And just so you all know, Michelle didn't know any of these questions. And the reason why I do that is because I want my boss ladies to, you know, think there and then. I want it real, authentic and raw, which is what network marketing is all about. You know, there's no bullshit. There isn't.
Can I just say, I'm sorry, Kate, I'm interrupting. Can I just say, right, before I go,
yes.
If you haven't seen, I almost quit about 3 months in. Katie knows this. I had some haters and they were close friends, and I almost quit my business. And I'm so glad I didn't, because I wouldn't have changed as many lives as I have and as many lives as I'm going to. And the one thing that stopped me from quitting, there is a video on YouTube that Katie did. She's made up with cold, sat on a settee, wrapped in a snuggly thing, talking about haters. And she looks in the camera and she's telling you as if she's talking to you in her living room and saying, don't let your haters win. You got this. And that video got me through. And if you get any haters in your journey, look that video up, save it into your favourite videos in YouTube and watch it every time you get crap, and it will see you through.
There you go. Can you see what happens here? Inspiration and inspiration and inspiration and inspiration. It just follows right down. So, ladies, congratulations if you've come on live and you've managed to watch this live.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, go onto Michelle Oxley's Facebook page and give her a follow. I know she's got that button open. Please don't send a friend request, because remember, ladies, she's building a freaking empire, okay? She's building one because she wants to change lives. So just hit the follow and keep an eye on her progression. And, you know, I'm sure over the next 12 months, 24 months, Michelle will be back, and it's going to be a whole new interview with much more success and in the exact same company, I hope, Michelle.
Oh,
so, yeah, with no doubt, you find your passion, you dig your heels in and you go for it. And I'm just so proud of you. So thank you so much for coming on, and we will see you all next month for the Boss Lady of the month, July. So love you all. See you all again soon. Bye, guys. Mwah.
Bye.